everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Allison if you're new here, and welcome to Wonderland. Today we're doing a super fun tag. I know I've been doing a lot of tags lately, but I don't care. I love tags, they're super fun. I saw this tag going around and I looked up who created it, and Lindsay Puckett created this, which I love her. I love her channel. If you're looking for new Authortube content, go check her out. I mean, you probably know her. She's pretty popular on Authortube. And this is called the Authortube Oldie Tag. And I thought that was so much fun because, like, I feel like I'm an oldie, kind of. I don't know. Would you consider me an oldie? I've been on the Authortube platform for a while, so I did the Authortube newbie tag, the 2.0 tag, and then I'm going to do the oldie tag so you can get to know me even more. So our first question is, how long have you been on Authortube? And I actually had to go look to see what date I started like my Authortube channel, because I was still doing YouTube. I was doing like booktube and makeup and like vlog style stuff. It was like a hot mess the beginning of my channel. But the first Authortube video I ever made was called The Book Adventures Part 1, The Prologue. Didn't stick with those titles, and it was made on June 20th, 2017. I really want to one day react to this video. Maybe coming up soon I will react to it because I know it's a hot mess. One, I'm wearing my glasses in it, and two, I have my nails done. Like, who is this girl and what was she doing? The second question is, what aspect of your writing has improved the most since joining? Oh my gosh, everything. So the book I was writing when I was first starting Authortube was RADIANCE, and I have the very first manuscript of that, and I, before starting this video, was looking at the questions and I went back and looked at the manuscript. I want to do another video where I read that manuscript. I already have one, but I want to do it again because it's just the funniest thing to me. I really thought this manuscript was like top tier. But I think since joining Authortube, the one thing in my writing that has improved is my world building. Oh my gosh, I used to write no world building and then go back and do it, but now I find myself putting those descriptions in with the skeleton the very first time. I always used to describe how I write with, you have the skeleton, which is like the dialogue and like the character tags and all of that, but now I feel like I put the skeleton and maybe the meat on before I go into my second draft, which is really exciting, and I can't wait to build more on what I've already learned. Number 3 is, what are your biggest writing accomplishments since starting your Authortube channel? And I'll just show you. It would be this baby. Authortube opened up an entirely new world for me in regards to Dark Radiance, and that was the self-publishing world. And I think that having both self-published authors and traditionally published authors really gave me the tools to figure out what I wanted to do with this book in particular, and this is my biggest accomplishment. I've gotten to do so much with it. I got to go to BookNet Fest and speak on a panel with other AuthorTubers. Because of this book, I got to go and do a signing, which all of my friends and family signed this copy for me, so it's a very special copy. I got to, you know, meet so many new people and writers. I've met my best writer friend, Elodie Ivor. I know she writes just my videos, and I love her so much. I got to meet her through Dark Radiance, so I think this is my biggest accomplishment, and I can't wait to see where this journey takes me even more. Number 4 is, how has your drafting style, plotter, plancer evolved since you began your channel? Now this is interesting because I still consider myself a pantser, but with my writing experiments I am working on, I am slowly developing maybe into a plancer, and that's super fun. I really have been enjoying doing writing experiments where I get to take another AuthorTuber or writer's way of plotting and apply it to my style. It just teaches me a lot, and I get to find out what I like. So I think I still am a pantser, but as I'm growing with my channel, I feel like I am definitely becoming a plancer. I can't wait to see where in a year, if I agree with that or if I'm still just pantsing myself through my writing. Number 5 is, if you plan to publish, has your publishing path goals changed since joining? Yes. So I think in that very first video, I like knock self-publishing. I'm like, I will never self-publish. I want to be a traditionally published author and blah, 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 blah. I've always told myself, don't say you'll never be something because you'll always have it. I said I'd never own a white car. Guess who owns a white car? Me. But I think as I evolved and as I learned more about the publishing industry through not only Authortube but my schooling as well, I definitely became someone who wanted to self-publish this first series, and that was totally alright with me. I do want to be a hybrid author one day. I would love to traditionally publish the next series I have brewing up in this brain, but I never know. But my plan is that I want to be a hybrid author, and that was not the plan in the beginning of my Authortube channel. Number 6 is, what is something writing or channel related you've learned the hard way? I think particularly for me, I've learned the hard way that I want to make an entire video on this topic in like a tea party talk or something like that, just because it's a bigger thing that I'd like to talk about as in personally for me. And what I've learned through my channel and growing in my channel is that I don't necessarily have to fit in with the standard authortuber or booktuber. And by that I mean that I don't have to be what everyone else is. I don't know how to explain it in a way that's like, I don't know how to explain it. I feel like I kind of live in my own little bubble. I live in my own little channel, and I'm totally okay with that. And at the beginning of my channel, I wasn't okay with that. I was definitely someone who really compared myself to others and looked at their channel numbers. And don't get me wrong, I still do that, and I still kind of get sad about it. But at this point, I am happy with what I do. I'm happy that to just sit in front of a camera, edit videos, and write books, and that's all that matters to me right now. And like, I don't mean that there's like one normal for an authortuber. I just believed that there was like a specific way that you had to be an authortuber. Like, you had to have thousands of subscribers, and you had to be like a professional writer. Number 8 is, what is something that frustrates you about Authortube? I feel like we're a small little community and we're growing as we go, and I think that we had like the first generation of Authortubers and then the second generation of Authortubers who, like, I consider myself that generation, and then the third generation is kind of, you know, Authortubers and people who just like are dabbling and wanting to write a book, so that are starting now. I think my biggest frustration with that, and it's not even an Authortube thing, it's a YouTube thing, is that it's really hard to discover new Authortube creators without digging through the other big Authortubers content. Number 9 is, what is your hope for the future of Authortube? Oh man, I really hope that Authortube as a whole gets to do more after COVID. Obviously, this is all after COVID. Gets to go and do more events that are Authortube based at BookCon or, you know, Y'all West, or just like fun stuff like that. Maybe we'll have our own retreats. I just want Authortube as a community to get the same opportunities that the booktubers are having right now, and I think we will have that. I think that we, as, you know, creators will be able to do that, and I think it'd be really fun to go and do that. And number 10 is, share some oldie wisdom for the newbie Authortuber. For me, this is something that I will tell any YouTuber or Authortuber, booktuber, you know, anyone in general, is to be yourself the first time around. I have found that I was very much a robot when I first started my Authortube channel, because I believed that you had to be a certain way to market yourself, and you had to be a certain way or people weren't gonna buy your books. And guess what? That is not true. The truth is if you are yourself, you're going to connect with your audience, and you're going to be able to talk about writing and talk about your books and throw back tips and tricks with your audience. I just think that I learned that being yourself is not a bad thing. It doesn't make you someone who can't write books or can't be an author. In all reality, being a robot and being that way just deters people from your channel who might want to stick around to know the real you. Don't sell yourself short, because you will find your audience and they will love you for who you are. So that is all I have for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. If you are a Authortube oldie, leave your answers down below or do this tag, because I'd love to see everybody's. I have been having a lot of fun like watching everybody's Authortube oldie tags. It is so much fun when a new tag comes out and I can binge them all day long instead of doing my real work. maybe don't do that. But if you liked me and you liked my content and you want to stick around and hang out in the weird wonderland that is my life, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and, you know, stick around. We do a lot of fun things here. I will see you next time in Wonderland, loves. Bye.